Welcome to Dasher, where we explore the vast expanses of the Marvel and DC universes. In today's video, we're going to be exploring some of the most f***ed up things that the Symbiotes have done. We're going to start off with things that Venom has done and then work our way to Carnage. To start off, we have the time when he traumatized Mary Jane. In his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 299, it made sure the reader knew that this wasn't just some ordinary supervillain, but a ruthless and terrifying threat that knew Spider-Man's identity and was willing to go after Peter's family to get to him. And that is exactly what happened. While Peter was off fighting crime, Venom went to his apartment and caught MJ all alone. It wasn't exactly shown what he did to her, but we know that when Peter got back home, she was huddled in a corner crying and was so traumatized that just the sight of Peter in his black costume made her uncomfortable, even if it wasn't the symbiote. Next on the list, we actually have the tragic story of Anne Wang. You might not be too familiar with her, although she did have a presence in the 2018 Venom movie. Her comic book counterpart, however, didn't have as happy of a story to end with. At one time, Anne was Eddie's wife, and while their marriage collapsed and basically sent Eddie fully committing to the Venom symbiote, he still had feelings for her. So much so that when she was shot by the villain Sin Eater, he actually lent her the Venom symbiote to save her life, briefly turning her into She-Venom. And although it didn't last long, her time with the symbiote still led her to murder and dismember two men who attacked her. These actions left her traumatized, and she was unable to leave her apartment for months out of fear. Ending her story in 2000's Amazing Spider-Man number 19, she tragically committed suicide after seeing Spider-Man swing by in his black costume, which made her feel like she would never be free of the symbiote. Which makes you wonder if her movie adaptation will suffer the same fate after committing similar actions in the movie. And now for probably the most messed up thing he's ever done, we have complete genocide. Now you may be wondering, how exactly did this happen? Well, it was actually one of his first ever hosts that led him to do this. In Venom Space Knight number 8, the symbiote revealed to its then host Flash Thompson that after losing its true first host, the symbiote bonded with another alien. One that had a bottomless rage that led the unnamed alien to use the symbiote's power to murder every single person on his home world. This action actually being the first event that twisted Venom into the hate-filled monster that it is today. Wow. Now that Venom is out of the way, let's discuss Carnage and the many messed up things he has done. Carnage really lives up to his name. He truly loves just causing complete mayhem for the little reason that he just can. This being shown in the first encounter that Spider-Man and Carnage ever had in issue 361 of Amazing Spider-Man, where Venom and Spider-Man reluctantly team up to take Carnage down. However, when they found him, Carnage was actually able to hold his own and did the unthinkable of grabbing an infant from a nearby neighbor and throwing it out a window just to cause a distraction and make a getaway. Next we have the Carnage USA storyline, in which Carnage heads to a small town in Colorado and infects almost everybody, including the children, bringing them all under his control and making a literal army of Carnage clones. Later in the story, the Avengers are sent in to stop him, but of course, get infected too. Luckily, Spider-Man and Agent Venom are able to defeat Cassidy, but the series actually ends when it's revealed that Carnage killed several of the town's children. Now, a little known thing about the Carnage symbiote is that he actually freaks out the Joker. In one of the many crossovers between Marvel and DC, Carnage met the Joker in the comic named Spider-Man and Batman. The comic had the basic plot of some doctor thinking they could cure the two villains, but of course, she couldn't. She had planted a microchip in both of their heads to control them, but the Carnage symbiote was actually able to turn off Cassidy's chip, allowing them to wait for the right moment and break them both out. And when he did, they tried to team up. Whenever Carnage hears Joker's plan for Gotham, however, he realizes that the Joker is into more theatrical mayhem, while the Joker finds Carnage's methods rather disgusting. And that wraps up today's video. But what are your thoughts? What on the list were you most surprised to find out, and did we miss any more messed up moments? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.